Well, today was my first day driving the GT Camaro, and I'm really looking forward to driving that for the whole 2012 season. I like the long wheelbase. It suits my style. There's some things we worked out through the day and testing today, so I'm just getting comfortable in the car, but I'm very optimistic for the 2012 season. The GS and GT cars are hugely different to drive. It's a very different style. There's a lot more grip in the GT car. Although both of them are heavy cars and they both roll over, and you have to adapt your style to that, you really have to change your style completely between the two cars, and that's one thing that I liked this year driving two different series when I drove the Mazda with Team Salem and the GS.R Camaro with Stevenson, was hopping out of one, getting in the other, and having to change my style right away. So today was another adventure trying to learn to drive a GT Camaro because it has an entirely different style of its own. So getting to drive all these different cars really has helped me as a driver to be able to change my style and adapt to whatever a car needs. So I'm looking forward to doing that again next year, and although I'll be in the same body and the same style of car and driving both Camaros in GS and GT, it'll be still a big difference to hop out of one and get in the other. Yeah, Matt and I have gotten along great over this first year. We tend to ask for the same things from the car and have similar feedback, and always seem to be able to do fast times when the other one's doing fast times. So that's helpful when we're not coming in and asking for opposite things from the car. It's really helpful to have the same co-driver, because I know today when we're going back to back between GS sessions and GT sessions, sometimes I have to trust Matt to take care of the GS side while I'm sort of learning my way in the GT car, and doing some of those debriefs while GS cars are on track. So having Matt there and knowing what he's like and that he's going to ask the same thing out of the car that I will is very comfortable for me, because I've had that experience with him. I know I can trust his feedback and what he's going to ask for from the car. So when I jumped in for one stint today in the GS car, right away I was asking for the same things on the setup that he was. So it's nice to have that continuity, not have to learn a new driver, but also not have to learn a whole new team. We've got the same crew for next year that we had this year, and all of that synergy that we built up through the whole season is not going to change. And so that's a really helpful thing for me to allow me to sort of start learning the GT side and integrating myself into that part of the team.